Hey. Okay, let me talk about my day today. As many of you know, I run a program called Adventure Guides and Indian Princesses. It's based out of the YMCA. It's for fathers and their children. Two members of our sister nation, because it's an Indian-based program known as the Seminole Nation. Two members, Max Schachter and Fred Guttenberg, lost their children on February 14th, Valentine's Day, at the Marjory Stoneman Douglas school shooting or massacre. I went to the funerals today, give my condolences to the family. It was heartbreaking. It was gut-wrenching. Listening to Max talk about his baby boy, his son, who was amazing. He wasn't, as Max said, he wasn't a advanced 14-year-old that was ahead of his time. He was a 14-year-old. He was a true 14-year-old who loved video games, loved his dad, loved Naruto. And it was sad listening to this father talk about, my son is 14. William is 14. I could not say goodbye to my son at 14 years old. And I give Max all the credit to be brave and speak. I could not. I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know if I would be that brave to do a eulogy on my son. He spoke on everything about his son. And one thing he said was, because his son had all these little friends, and he would make these smoothies the kids loved, and his son Alex would love. And he asked everybody, can you just please make the smoothie on your own and call it the Alex smoothie? It is just strawberries, bananas, mangoes, ice, and coconut water. That's it. Nothing special. But I think the love that he put into it is what made it special. Alex's grandfather spoke and said that when Alex was trying out for band, he called him up and said, I want to do band, and I want to know what instrument you played. And the grandfather said, I played the trombone. He said, okay. So then he invited him over, I guess, for their first concert. And when he got there, he got to see his grandson playing the trombone. The influence that grandparents and parents make on their children is monumental. We know this. Listening to these dads and moms and just speak on everything that they've done with their child, it was surreal. It was heartbreaking. I cried. I mean, it was just, you could not stand there and not shed a tear. You could not. It was that emotional. A 14-year-old boy, his life was just taken unnecessarily. And then I went to the other funeral of Jaime Guttenberg. Jaime was also in the Adventure Guides program. She was in the Iroquois tribe. And her dad, Fred Guttenberg, got up and spoke. And he talked about his baby girl being the light of the room. And I thought of my daughters. Both of them had their own way of lighting up a room. And he talked about how she would talk a lot and come into the room and burst in with all this energy. And I thought of Kimberly, because that's her. She's 13. Jaime was 14. They're a year apart. He mentioned how she was his light. She was the energy that the family had. He lost his baby girl. He lost his little girl. I could not fathom losing any of my children. And these two fathers came up and spoke. It was very brave of them. I don't know if I could have done that. I don't. I honestly don't. And I know I'm speaking in such a somber tone, and my apologies. I just want to share with you these moments. I mean, this was I went today and said goodbye to 2 children. To 2 children. That's what I did today. And as an adult, I shouldn't have to go and say goodbye to 2 children over some senseless act. Listening to the teachers speak about Jamie and how wonderful she was makes me think of my students. Even though they're older, they're adults. It's the same thing. You have students who are amazing, and they light up the room because they don't have to be great students. They just have to be very outgoing, and that's what she was. It was sad. Very, very sad day today. Over something so senseless. And it's not, please understand, it's not about you giving up your guns. No one's asking you that. No one's asking you to take your gun and destroy it and put it away. Common sense, people. An 18-year-old purchased a rifle and wreaked havoc on innocent school children. How can an 18-year-old go buy a rifle? At a minimum, it should have been a 21-year-old to go buy a rifle. I'm not talking about semantics. I don't care if it's an automatic, semi-automatic, a single shooter gun. I just don't care. That's not the issue. The issue is that it doesn't make sense of how an 18-year-old can walk in and buy a rifle, a tactical rifle, that they can walk in and shoot all these children just leaving on their way home. It makes no sense. These are the laws that we have in the state of Florida. It is the most laxed laws anywhere in the United States, and it needs to change. It does. Just please wrap your head around that. I'm going to be posting the GoFundMe pages at the end of this, so you can please donate your money to the GoFundMe page. The Adventure Guides group is also collecting money to give directly to these 2 families. It's just so hard for them. I'm saddened by this. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I really am. I could not even pick up my camera to do anything once I heard what happened. And I knew immediately, because the area was in, I had several friends who had children in that area. It's sad. Very sad. Any parent losing their child is unimaginable. I want to die before my children. I don't want them to... I just can't, guys. Please donate to the GoFundMe pages that are on here. And if you pray for Jamie and Alex and all the other children and those that are in the hospital suffering. There's still 2 more Adventure Guides children that are in the hospital. I know you're probably wondering why you mentioning Adventure Guides. That's just one group. It's something that's closer to me. That's the part that hits home. But all the kids need your prayers, your hopes, everything, whatever you believe in. Just please send them your well wishes, that they all do well, and that the families who've lost their children do really well. It was sad today. It was sad and it was horrible. But I am going to be making those smoothies. I am going to be I'm going to be saying, I say bye to my children every day, but I'm going to make sure I say bye to them. I'm going to make sure that I go in that room and give them a hug and a kiss goodbye every day, because you just never, ever know. And this would bring, I hope it's me and not my children. I'd rather go. I want to go before my children do. I don't want to bury my children. And I don't know how these guys did it. That's it. I'm done.